Hey guys, it's Nick with North Bros Outdoors,
I'm Sean.
and we've been talking about doing a video for a while, so today we're going to just do a quick little walkthrough on our sled houses and our hub houses. So as you can see behind me, we've got my X200 set up, and then Sean's got his Jason Mitchell Thermal X set up. We'll just step in here real quick. So back in the back, I got all the Clam. I'm a big Clam fan. I've got the Clam battery bracket back there in the corner. Down on the bottom left side there is one of the small organizers. I'll move this so you can see it. And then the big organizer is right there along the back side. I also on the front have the wind pole stabilizer, or the wind pole holders, so all the wind poles just snap down in there. I also picked up the center console. You can use it either way. It's got the arms or the legs that slide out, so you can set it on here like this. But what I usually do is put it in here like this. One of the advantages to having a sled house is it's a lot easier to run and gun. I mean, most of the time when I'm out, it's either me or one other person. We can hook it up to the snowmobile, take off, and we get to a spot, fish it for 5-10 minutes, maybe even a half hour. Don't catch anything, fold it up, move along with it. The other big advantage is all of your gear can be inside the sled, where when you're with a hub house, you actually have to bring a separate sled and put all your stuff in there. I also have the Clam light stick. I got one here and I got one here, and those work really nice when it's dark out. You really only need one, but I overdid it and got two. But yeah, that's kind of my setup. And then for a heater, I just run the Big Buddy heater. So we'll swing it over to Sean here.
Well, like Nick said, I have the Jason Mitchell Thermal X. It is not the smallest of the sled houses for Jason Mitchell, but it's not the biggest. It is a little bit smaller than Nick's. You can step inside. It is the full thermal, just like Nick's. We can fish when it's relatively cold out. I think we've had them in like negative 20 to 30 below, and we're just fine inside.
Yep.
I'm going to step in over here. Mine's pretty empty right now. I'm fishing out of another house out here. We just set them up to do a video. I usually run the same Big Buddy heater, and then I got my poles in the back. I don't have any organizers, just the center console there for your drinks and whatnot. I do have one pole light in the top, and then just a couple hangers on the back wall and on the top to put some of your coats and stuff when it gets warm out. I think that should do it.
So those were our sled houses that we just saw. We brought them all out here today. We've been using them to kind of get all of our other gear around with us. There's 5 of us out here today, and we took the snowmobile out. There's a good, you can see how much snow we got here. The fishing has not been very kind to us. We're running some tip-ups over here. We haven't caught a single thing on the tip-ups, so we figured we'd do a little video. So like I said, we just covered the sled houses. Now our other style of house that we run is the hub house. It's this Eskimo Quick Fish GIT. This one does not have full thermal on the outside. It only has thermal on the roof. I don't know if you can see that on the camera or not. But the one advantage to this house over the sled house is it's a lot bigger on the inside. We'll step in here. Oh. Cameraman Cubby's sitting in here just fishing away. You want to say hi to the people?
Hello, everyone.
You got the day off of the camera today.
Every once in a while.
So like I was saying, this is one of the bigger advantages of this one is it's spacious in here. And I can put my arms above my head, move around. The only disadvantage to this one is the sides are not insulated. So if it's really cold, you can see some of the we used this one yesterday, and some of the frost is still on it. The lake that we just came from. You got a review on that one, Cameraman Cubby?
It wasn't what we expected, I wouldn't say.
It had a horrendous smell, like like the worst smelling slough that I have ever been a part of or fished on or anything like that. So we got one more house to show you here, and then that's going to kind of wrap this one up. So now this is the last hub house that we have with us. We do have one more that we use, but we haven't even used it yet this season. One of the poles is snapped. But this one here is Beauchamp's. He has not been on any videos yet, but he has been on the podcast. So I'll just kind of let him tell you guys a little bit about why he chose this one and what features he's looking forward to.
So I went with the Clam C560 thermal. I just gone with Clam because I know Nick likes Clam and it's a good brand. I picked it up after we went to Devil's Lake just because I never thought about getting it before and thought, why not? Might as well start. And I got an accessory on in here. You can add like a bag and you can add multiple things like a little table, a rattle reel, and everything like that. I haven't gotten all of that yet, but I'm looking to get that and some more tables and chairs. And
speaking of chairs, can you set your chair up and demonstrate?
So I had a little accident today. What happened is
go set it over there after you show what's wrong with it, and then sit on it so people can see.
I sat on it a little too hard, and I bent the metal. So basically, if you take a seat, it doesn't work very well. Works pretty good to begin with, but then it kind of folds down like this, so it doesn't really work the best anymore. But
we have 4 of those chairs in our house, and the poles are starting to bend a little bit just because they've been we've used them so much that they're starting to wear a little. Where are you going? What are you doing? Yes, the tip-ups that haven't caught anything. Real quick, we'll just step in here and show you what the inside of Jake's house looks like. He is also running the Big Buddy heater, and he's got the full insulation. He's got the nets. That's one thing that the Eskimo does not have. And then the clam table, we've got a couple of those as well. I'll step back around the back side here and just show you guys how we get all of our equipment around. As you saw, the snowmobile is how we run around when there's this much snow. But then we just use the Otter sled. We have 3 or 4 different. We have the smallest one, ranging almost. We don't have the biggest one, but we have like the second biggest one, and all of our gear goes in there. And that's where I touched on earlier too. The advantage of the sled house is everything can be inside because the sled is part of the house. But yeah, so getting to be the end of season out here. Hopefully we can maybe bring a couple more videos of us actually being out on the water. I mean, if you look around here, there's one other house over there in the distance. Other than that, we're the only ones out here. It's getting pretty tough to travel unless you got tracks. So I think that's going to be it for this one. We did not do well fishing this weekend. We went to 3 different lakes between yesterday which was Saturday. Today's Sunday. Back to work tomorrow. The ice is starting to get a little honeycombed. It's not horrible yet, but it's definitely starting to show the end of season signs. So thanks for tuning in, and until next time, we'll get back to you.